More than 100,000 Australians have died in war. Many hundreds of thousands have, of course, served their country from the earliest days of our nation all the way until those troops are about to be brought home from Afghanistan. Today is their day, but we thought that we should take just one name from one war memorial and tell the full story. Over 400,000 troops enlisted in the First World War, and half never returned. We honour their names in war memorials all over the country, but they're not just names on a wall. And today we've chosen to highlight one of those names, a patriarch of a family, a truly special Australian. Each year, Karen Dawson marches proudly in her grandfather's honour.
It's interesting, isn't it, how as we age we sort of become a little bit more interested and those stories become a lot more important to us.
Harry James Dawson was born in Ballarat in the 1890s. He was a carpenter and then he enlisted in the 21st Battalion in Victoria when he was just 23 years old.
He was a very astute man, he was a very sensible man, he was pretty unromantic, I think, as a lot of those guys were. They were get it done, yep, get it done.
Flexible as a telegraph pole.
That's pretty much it.
During the journey from Egypt to Gallipoli, his ship, the Sutherland, was torpedoed, and although all survivors were transferred to a hospital ship, Harry remained behind to make sure that the ship got out of enemy territory.
The ship was pretty much disabled, and he and 18 others volunteered to stoke the engines, the fires, to keep the engines going, and they limped it along to Lemnos. They were still in enemy territory, so there was every possibility that they'd be shot at again, but, you know, they managed to sort of limp it along.
Why do you think he volunteered for something like that?
That was the sort of man he was, he did.
His obvious bravery and integrity meant that he rose through the ranks quickly. He was promoted to Company Sergeant Major and even training troops in different fields. So what happens for the rest of his time on the Western Front?
So they were the first in the Western Front, the 21st Battalion apparently. They shared a lot of firsts apparently. And first to be shot at too apparently.
While Bullacourt for Australians remains a lesser-known battlefield on the Western Front, it's one of the most chilling. No busy roads or urban sprawl to distract our soldiers, only silence. In the first Bullacourt battle, 12 tanks were expected to arrive and assist, but never came. Communication with Allied forces broke down, and before they knew it, the Australian troops were subjected to withering machine gun fire by the enemy. 1,170 men were taken as prisoners. 3,000 were killed or wounded. In the second Bullacourt battle, just a month later, over 7,000 casualties and thousands more were injured. Among them, Harry and his two best mates. And Harry was one of the lucky ones.
He went right through the Western Front with all of that and was wounded in Bullacourt, and the guys either side of him were shot, killed, and he sort of woke up. They were both dead, and his teeth were blown out, and so he had no teeth.
What's that experience like to be in an Anzac March, knowing that you're walking in his footsteps and that you're able to take your daughter with you?
Look, it's amazing. It really is amazing. I often look at the sky and wonder if he's up there watching and thinking, do those shoes go with the, you know?
Like, hurry up, doll.
Yeah, get on with it, will you? You know,
stand up straight, for God's sake.
You missed that step there. But, you know, yeah, I think he would be very proud. I hope that he is aware of the immense pride that I hold for him. Thank you, Karen. An absolute privilege to be in your home with super producer Sarah as well, who put all of that together. I really appreciate it. To you and your family, all the best as you continue to, of course, show us the best way to honour those that are no longer here, but we are all the better for them being here.